nothing else left to say, but welcome to the Culinary Hotline, bling! Yes, we got there. We established that I'm the problem. I didn't actually complete the sentence, all right? But we're going to try again later and see if we can get even more energy into the kitchen, because today we are thrilled to welcome Fatima Saib to our kitchen. Now, she's here to share some irresistible recipes from her first cookbook. It's called The Hungry Table. Such a fitting book, because I came hungry, let me tell you that much. And we'll be starting off with 2 flavorful chutneys. It really is perfect for just adding that burst of taste to any single dish that you can think of. Now, if you have any culinary questions, do join us in the discussion and send us your voice notes to our WhatsApp line at 0634088863. And you want to get involved because there are 3 of these books up for grabs, and I want you to have one, okay? It looks absolutely stunning, Fatima. Welcome and congratulations.
Thank you.
How do you feel about seeing it in its actual full form now?
I don't think it's hit me yet.
Yeah.
It's pretty surreal, but I'm loving it so far.
And how long did it take you to put that together? Because I've heard cookbooks take forever. Do they?
This took about 6 months.
Yeah.
And it was the best thing I've ever done.
Wow.
I loved every step of the process. So yeah, it was amazing.
The hard parts too?
Everything. It was awesome.
I love that. What were some of the challenges when actually putting a cookbook together?
To be honest, the challenge was putting it out in the world, because I was just so into the entire process that when it was done, I was like, oh my gosh.
Now I actually have to gift it to you.
Yeah, and now people have to like see it and read it. So that was weird for me. It's still a bit strange, but yeah. Now
I'm telling you, we're receiving it with open arms and hearts, and we can't wait to cook everything. Speaking of, what do we have in front of us? 2 different recipes happening.
Yes, we are making 2 of the chutneys in the book, which are in the basics chapter. You'll be making the coriander and chili chutney, and I'll be making, it's so good, I'll be making the tomato and chili one. It's jammy and beautiful and delicious.
And spicy. I'm seeing lots of chilies. Okay.
It's a lot of chilies. Okay.
Well, while I gear myself up to do this, all the danya that I have before me, I want to hear from you too, Mzansi, okay? Send us a voice note on our WhatsApp line on 0634088863 and share one of your funniest or even most memorable cooking stories. And I'm telling you, you can stand a chance to win one of 3 cookbooks. We're going to give it away throughout the show today. In fact, we're going to make Fatima choose the winner. Now, the competition does end at 9 o'clock today, so do get entering. T's and C's, of course, can be found on expressoshow.com. This is a lot of danya.
I know.
I love it. No, I'm here for
I love it. So
this is the amount I put on my curry when I eat.
That's awesome. So you're literally going to put everything in your blender. It's so simple. And on this side, I'm going to be making this chutney. So I'm doing the tomato, the vinegar, literally just actually throwing everything into the pot and letting it cook. It's so simple.
But now you cooking yours and I'm blending mine. Does mine still get cooked afterwards?
No. Yours stays fresh. And yeah, it's just, you have to taste it afterwards. And
I definitely will.
Yeah, because we want this one to be jammy and that one is more fresh.
Oh, I get
This is why we're cooking this one down. So I'm adding,
I'm a little bit scared here because I've got 2 bits of chili. Is all of this going in?
Yes.
Oh my goodness! Like the whole thing.
The whole thing. Yeah. But listen, you can adjust it. If you don't want it to be so spicy, you can definitely add less, or you could add more.
More than this?
Yeah.
Girl.
You can definitely.
Okay, so is that all? I feel like, will that blend? Is that enough liquid in there?
Did you put your...
I put the oil in it. Okay.
Fine.
Well, let's find out together.
This one.
And what did you throw in yours?
So mine is tomato, onions, curry leaves, garlic, and ginger, and of course some chilies.
Of course, some chili. She likes it hot.
Yeah.
Okay, 3, 2, 1.
There you go.
Oh, something's happening.
What's happening? A little bit more of you. I think you're fine. Yeah.
There's definitely some steam in this kitchen.
So this is the great thing about this one. You can actually just, I don't know if you can see that, but you can leave it as, you
like
play it
quite
out with the
chunky.
texture. Yeah.
Okay.
I like it a little bit more fine. So you could add a little bit more oil. Is there some left?
Could we get some more oil? Then we could definitely, maybe, let's see.
Let's put some
3 drops.
Let's put some of this
that
back
makes
in.
A difference.
Oh gosh.
Okay.
Just try that again.
I will definitely do that for you.
I'm going to stir this. I don't know if you can smell this.
I can smell so many good things happening right now.
So good. Oh my gosh. I'm going to add the sugar last because we want this to cook down a little bit. Okay. Yeah. It's fine.
That's a great consistency.
Finished.
Okay.
And this is so great. So
Is that fine?
Yeah.
You can
it's
still see
fine.
some parts of it. No, that's not fine. There's a
Oh,
lot of
is there
chili.
chili? Sorry.
There are whole chilies still in here.
I have my contact lenses on. It's all just melting together.
I'm telling you, if Graham dipped into this and chewed on one of those chilies,
Oh my
it would
gosh.
be the
Ooh.
end of him for sure.
Turn it over.
Oh, I've seen. Oh my gosh.
We're such a mess this
No,
morning.
I always say I'm very messy in the kitchen, but this is taking it to the next level.
Oh my
Okay. What's going on in your pot? Is it
Oh,
getting
it's
this?
coming together. Yeah.
Is it?
We're just going to let this cook. So this you need to cook about for 10 to 15 minutes because you need the tomatoes to soften for a bit.
Oh, it's already going down.
It is going down, yeah.
So what would you pair with this? Either one of these dishes?
This is great on everything and anything. I'm not even kidding.
Like some eggs in the morning even?
Everything. When we made this for the shoot, we
Yes.
actually kept the whole bowl and we ate it throughout the week with everything.
I love
we
that.
Put it on toasted cheese. This one, however,
Oh, toasted cheese.
yeah. What I like about this one is that you can stir it through your food. So you can, if your recipe calls for chilies and coriander, you can actually just add like a teaspoon or two of it, depending on how much heat you want.
Okay.
And then I also really like to stir this through plain yogurt and serve it with biryani.
Wow.
Or even papri on the side.
Okay.
But I think my favorite way is just having it in plain yogurt and spooned over rice. It's so comforting. It's so simple.
Oh my
but
goodness,
it's so
that
good.
is such a simple, but like it packs a punch as well,
Yeah.
right? Very fresh, a lot of burst of flavor, and like we said before, Fatima likes it hot, okay? And speaking of hot, yes, there is a chili in here. That could be the top, like a little bit of a decor.
a little garnish.
So good.
I'm gonna add the sugar to this.
Right, because sugar cuts through the acidity of the tomatoes,
Exactly.
right? Okay.
And it's just gonna make it a lot sweeter. And this we're just gonna leave. And you know what's great about both of these is once you put them in a jar, you can keep them for up to a month in the fridge. If they
Incredible.
last that long,
Okay.
I don't think they will.
No, in my house, a day.
Yeah.
Because I would have
same.
it breakfast, lunch, snack, and dinner.
Exactly.
This is what it was made for and why you made this cookbook, so that we won't go hungry or hangry, because this happens to many of us.
Yes.
It's a condition that we all go through. But listen, you can definitely enter our competition to win the Hungry Table by Fatima Saib. All you have to do is hit us up on our WhatsApp line on 0634088863 and share either a funny story or the most memorable story when it comes to your cooking days or even current experience. This is definitely going to go into mine. I mean, if I can get into the running of also winning a book, I would. Fatima, well done, though.
Thanks,
You killed this.
man.
Graham, I'm going to make you taste this, is what I'm
Yes.
saying.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back to the Culinary Hotline. Bling! Ding, ding, ding. Just got to do it with bass and confidence, and a little added confidence when Fatima is here. She is back in the kitchen with another delicious recipe from her gorgeous cookbook, The Hungry Table. It looks amazing. What's inside is even better, and this time she is preparing a fragrant saffron almond curry.
Yes.
Before we do that, though, because we've had a lot of interest, people want the book. Okay, so go and buy it.
amazing.
Okay, just go and buy the book, please. No, 3 of you are going to be able to win, and right now we're going to decide on a winner. We've got 3 voice notes that have come in. I'm going to ask you to put your judgy hat on and
Okay.
choose between these 3. So let's start first with Brenda, I think. Let's hear what she had to say this morning.
Good morning. My most memorable cooking moment was when we just got married. I was only like 17,
Wow.
and I decided to invite the family over for a meal and tried to make an oxtail and I put mushrooms in, left it on the stove the whole night. The next day I wondered why there were little bubbles everywhere. Served it to my family, and for them it was all a memorable meal because they spent the next 24 hours in the bathroom. So, yes, if that's not a positive one, but that was something I'll never forget because I nearly killed the entire new family in one shot.
Well, they're still together. They're still together. Hopefully the family hasn't broken apart. Absolutely love that, Brenda. Let's see if Ursula can top that.
Hi, this is Ursula from Stamfontein. My funny story is my granddaughter, who was about 15, she made a chocolate cake. And then the cake came out of the oven. The spoon was still in the cake.
I like that. Spoon is in. That sounds like something I would do. All right, the young'uns are failing. Okay, Ursula, well done. Let's hear from Matt. Pat, rather, sorry.
Show, Pat Britt speaking here. Many years ago, I met my husband, and I wanted to impress him with a nice baked sago pudding, sago pudding. So I measured off all the ingredients. I mixed it all together, put the pudding in the oven, and then later, after we had eaten because we ate it with custard, but still there was something missing. But afterwards, I went into the kitchen. And then I saw that the sugar that was supposed to go into the sago pudding was still on my little Whaley scale measured off, and I never put it in the pudding. But needless to say, he didn't say one word about it. We still laugh about it till this day. And we've had quite a few sago puddings after that, but with sugar in.
Well, we'll call it the LTE version. I love that. Well, maybe Pat, you are sweet enough. Oh, three great memorable moments. Are we going with almost killing the family with our potjie? Are we going with Ursula's
Chocolate cake?
Her chocolate cake that you would literally eat with a spoon because the spoon comes with it? Or our sago sensation from Pat? How are you feeling?
I'm going with the chocolate cake story.
Okay.
I love that.
Ursula, congratulations.
Congrats.
You and I would imagine your granddaughter is a
Yeah.
little bit older now. You can tackle some very well-guided recipes. But can we have a round of applause for Ursula? You are getting yourself a beautiful, and I will ask Fatima to sign it as well, a signed copy of The Hungry Table. And don't worry, even those of us who are the most novice will find a way to make the most amazing meals.
Yeah.
So we're going to do that right now
Exactly.
with our saffron almond curry. Where
Yes.
do we even begin? Because you've got some very nuanced flavors
Yeah.
going on here.
So simple, like a lot of the recipes in the book.
Brilliant.
But before you start this, I suggest that you put this in a bowl of boiling water as well as the almonds for about 10 to 15 minutes, so that while you're busy with everything else, you peel the almonds and then this gets nice and soft. But we're on TV, so we need to have this done.
We have magical fairies that exist in our kitchen. Thank
Exactly.
you, Kev. Love you guys. And with why do you want to do that? Why does this need to be a little bit softer?
So I'm actually using the red pepper to replace tomatoes.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, because my sister's one of them. She's super sensitive to tomatoes, so she can't eat that. But you need a tomato in a curry.
Yeah, for sure. You
And
need
red
that
pepper,
element.
it's perfect. It adds sweetness, it adds color, and you don't have to add sugar to cut the acidity.
Oh, wow.
So
What
it's
you
a
often have
cool
to
hack.
do when you are using tomato. That is
Exactly.
amazing. I
Yeah.
think you use that in other versions. I love that.
Yeah.
Okay, so we've done our pre-prep. What do you
Yes.
need from me?
So I need you to blitz this and this together. We're going to add some water. We're not going to... just a little bit. And then this is some ghee that's already on. So I'm just going to add some
Excuse
red
me.
onion.
So ghee, and any particular reason why you're going for the more fortified fat?
Well, in the book I say you can use ghee or oil, but I love ghee. I mean, come on, the flavor, unmatched.
There we go. Flavor,
Unmatched.
flavor.
Yeah. So I'm also going to add some garlic and ginger paste while you're busy doing that.
Nice. I'm just
we're
going to
just
put
gonna
a
let
drop of the water, or can I put it all in?
Maybe a little bit more.
A little bit more. How's that?
Yeah, let's see.
Let's give it a go.
Yeah, take it as you go.
And I suppose there's always so much thought around the protein that's going in the curry, and you've got to kind of cook around that.
Yeah.
This takes a lot of that complication out of the...
Yeah.
That
I
looks
think
beautiful.
let's just
You want
add a
bit
little
more?
bit more water and then we blitz it for...
little bit.
Let's just add all of this.
Because I suppose working with the almonds now, we've softened them, so you really want to break them down. You want the flavor, but you're not wanting too many...
Exactly,
bitty
you don't want
bits.
it. Yeah, yeah. Yeah,
I'm
that's
just thinking it's a
perfect.
beautiful, like, pesto paste.
Yes.
Just that on its own would be absolutely delicious.
Yeah, exactly.
There we go.
And now it's literally a case of just adding everything to the pot. So we're adding the sauce, and you can see it literally looks like tomato.
It's
Like,
exquisite. I
doesn't-
absolutely love that. And I think there is something beautiful about the flavor of red peppers in particular.
Yeah.
When you do cook them through, when you start to even caramelize them, if you kind of char them, there's a lot of flavor potential there that it's not just about chopping up and putting it in a salad.
Yeah.
It has beautiful cooking potential. I love that. Working with the saffron, what do we need to be aware of with this? How do we really let the saffron shine when we're cooking with it?
So for this recipe, I'm just going to add it to the pot and let it cook all together. But usually you could also bloom your saffron in some hot water and leave it for a few seconds, and then you'll see the color will start to come out. And I like to do that with something like biryani because you'll see it over the rice. But with this, it kind of cooks in because all the color is already there.
For sure.
Yeah.
Just adds more to that. Okay, and then
Exactly.
finish up our final steps.
Some yogurt to make it nice and creamy. And what I love about this dish is that when I tasted it for the first time, it just reminded me so much of a different Indian curry that I grew up eating called curry, which is
Okay,
K-A-R-I. Because the yogurt, it just gives it such a mellow and
Just
soft
softens
and
it.
soothing flavor.
Yes.
And then we're going to add some chicken stock. You can, of course, do vegetable if you don't want to add chicken. Because this, I mean, I don't serve it with a protein in the book, but I do say that you can add paneer, you can add some chicken.
Ooh, I think
Or-
it would be beautiful with
Exactly.
something like this, but with that softer flavor profile. I absolutely love this. So
Yeah.
much nuance and balance, and it has been so simple to put together. And there is something quite bougie about using saffron as well, I think. So if you want to win yourself a copy of The Hungry Table so you can delve into amazing recipes like this, send us your funny cooking stories. We want a voice note. 0634088863 is the voice note line to use. Have there been any disastrous, hilarious, amazing moments in your kitchen that you still remember with a bit of a twinkle in your eye? We would love to hear from you. We might be sending you a signed copy of this incredible offering. It is a hungry table, and we are hungry. We'll put the finishing touches on our saffron almond curry in just a moment. Looks exquisite.
And we're done.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back to your Feel Good Breakfast Show. I'm so glad to be back in the kitchen, but of course, donning something even better. It's garden day, but also we have to end up with something sweet. And Fatima Saib is still here, and she has one more delicious recipe in store for us. It's a classic and comforting dessert known as kheer. It is rich, it is creamy, and it is a rice pudding. It's the perfect way to end a meal, and we can't wait to see how exactly we put this together. And also, you have your own twist to it, right?
Yes.
Okay, it's the culmination of the Culinary Hotline Bling. Yes. Okay, Fatima, what exactly is kheer? I don't believe that I've heard of this before.
No, it's a super simple rice pudding, but you elevate it with some spices. And that's it.
Okay, so when you say
So simple.
spices, you mean spices that you like, savory spices?
So we have some nutmeg, some
Oh.
cinnamon, some cardamom, and of course saffron again. And then I like to add some bay leaves, which give it a really nice, like delicate flavor. You don't usually add it to kheer, but I love the flavor that bay leaf give.
And you can do whatever you want because you have a cookbook now.
Totally.
So whatever you say goes, okay? What else do we have here?
So we have some milk, some coconut cream, sugar, vanilla essence, and then I have basmati rice, so use about 100 grams. But what I like to do is keep half of it whole, and then the other half you grind up, so that it makes it even creamier.
Oh.
Yeah, so we
Kind of like
literally-
rice flour.
Yes, exactly. So we're literally just going to add everything to the pot. And because it takes a while to cook, it takes about 35 minutes. We have one that's already done. Just
it's
so
a
you
labor
can
of
see.
love.
Yeah,
Okay.
just so you can see what it looks like. But I'm
So
gonna
this is the
pour.
consistency. It needs to be quite thick.
Yes, it's
Okay.
quite thick, quite creamy. And then you just put that in a dish and in the fridge and let it cool.
Because you said that you actually like your kheer cool down, right?
Yes.
Okay.
I love it cold.
Yeah.
Mainly because it just makes it so much more comforting for me. But also the flavors come out a lot more. It's a lot more
Okay.
pronounced. So like a day or two in the fridge even, love it. But you
I
don't have to
love
wait that long.
it. It's kind of like curry. You can't always have it on the day.
Yes.
A day or two later, the flavors have just gotten to know each other a little bit more. I
Exactly.
absolutely love that. Okay, I'm very excited to get into this kheer. And while you're taking down notes for this recipe, I do want a voice note from you as well because we have one more cookbook to give away. It's called The Hungry Table and it could be yours. In fact, we've got two more to give away. And all you have to do is send us a WhatsApp, a voice note in particular, on 0634088863 and do a simple thing. Either share your funniest or most memorable cooking story with us and you could stand a chance to win one of two remaining cookbooks that we have. The comp does close at 9, so we want to make sure that you get it your side immediately. And of course, T's and C's are on expressoshow.com. Okay, so milk and cream.
Yeah,
Coconut
cream. I'm going to let you stir this.
I'll do that.
So I've just added the milk, the coconut cream,
Yes.
the rice, and the ground rice.
Okay.
And now I'm going to add the cinnamon. You need about 1 stick. but
And do you
let's
prefer stick cinnamon over the powdered one?
I think it depends what you're making.
Okay.
I think it depends on the recipe, but for this, definitely the stick cinnamon. And then some ground nutmeg.
I love nutmeg.
Oh, me too.
Such an underrated spice.
Right? And 4 cardamom pods.
Now, these cardamom pods, can we talk about them? Do you take them out?
I do.
Okay, good.
You can fish them out.
Good news. Because when you bite, it's cardamom, no?
Yeah.
When you bite on one of those, oh my gosh, your life flashes before your
Oh,
eyes.
you sound like my husband, so I know I must take it out.
You must. Okay, and this is saffron.
Yes,
And what is
of
saffron?
course.
Saffron changes the color,
Look
first
at that.
of all.
Yeah, it's the color
Wow.
and it adds a really delicious, delicate flavor to it as well. And just all together, they work so well. It's like the holy trinity of Indian spices, like
I'm
your
here for it.
saffron, cardamom, cinnamon. And with the sugar, so my husband is diabetic, so I don't add a lot of sugar to my desserts generally, even in the cookbook. This, for a lot of people, could be too little, so you can add more, guys.
Oh,
have fun with it.
that could
but
be
start
too
with
little.
this.
Okay.
Yeah,
And white sugar over brown sugar, does it matter?
it doesn't matter.
Honey?
Yeah, no.
Not honey. Okay, that will
Stick to
change the
sugar.
flavor profile.
Yeah, and then some vanilla. And this, you have to let it cook for about 30 to 35 minutes, but you have to stir it
I
because
was
the
going to
rice...
say, constant stir.
Yeah, because you can probably feel the rice is thickening and you don't want it to catch at the bottom.
Wow.
Exactly, and you can smell that, right?
Okay, say that again.
You can smell that, like all of
the
those
smell is
spices.
too good. Oh, you know what? It
Exactly.
smells really like warm and comforting.
Yes.
Like I would want to have this after a long day. I've now kicked my feet up, let my hair
Yeah.
down, and somebody just brings me a bowl of love.
Yeah,
That is
exactly.
what this is.
Yeah.
Okay, well, we've got a voice note from Noor Jahan that we've got to listen to because maybe she could be winning one of your books.
Let's hear.
Hi Expresso. My funny story is when I tried to boil the gem squash whole, and after it was done, I tried to cut it, and the whole gem squash blew up, and the seeds made a pattern on my face.
Oh, shame.
Noor Jahan, I
Ouch.
hope it wasn't painful, but that does sound very funny. That's funny.
That is funny.
That's a great story, both memorable and hilarious. I hope you've learned how to cook gem squash since that,
Yeah,
right?
shame.
Are you a fan of gem squash?
Not my favorite. I'll eat
Oh.
it. As long as there's sweet corn in the middle.
With some
Yeah,
cheese on top, girl.
exactly, in the
Excuse my
oven.
language. Some people eat the
Nice.
skin. Did you know that?
No. Really?
Yeah.
Oh, no.
No, I'm judging you. I'm judging you a little bit.
Oh, gosh. Do you want to pass the
We've
finished
got
one?
another voice note. Say that again.
Do you want to pass the finished one?
I do.
Have a listen.
Another voice note from Henny. Let's have a listen.
Thank you.
Good morning, Expresso. Henny here. Years ago, I was alone at home. My mother and my brother, everyone, my mother's passed away since, but everybody left me alone at home. So I went to cook at night. I can cook, but then I put some rice on the stove, go and lie down for like 5 minutes or so. Then I fall asleep. They broke the place open. It was halfway full of smoke. Since then, I'm struggling with my chest.
Oh, no.
No ways. Oh, Henny, I'm so
Oh,
sorry
no.
to hear that. But that was a red flag. I mean, you must
Yeah.
never leave the pot of rice. I even know this. I sit and I watch it. Rice is very difficult to make.
Yeah, it
okay.
is.
Because
It
wow.
is.
And I hope that this will go a little bit easier. Okay, so we have to
Definitely.
choose a winner between Noor Jahan and Henny. Who's it gonna be?
I think Noor Jahan.
Why? You biased because it's a woman.
No.
Why? Tell me why.
Because I can't imagine that. Like, I would probably scream if it happened and then in my face. Oh, I'm sorry.
Pattern of seeds, she says. Okay.
Yeah.
Well done to Noor Jahan.
Yay.
You do get this book. It is called The Hungry Table.
Yes.
And we're really excited. It's sweet and savory recipes in the book as well,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Delicious. Oh, let's serve up the dessert.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is the
So-
kheer all done and dusted.
Oh, now I'm looking for all the cardamom.
Yes, please. You got to take them out. We don't want to bite into any of those.
No, we don't.
The consistency is really good.
Yeah, it's really, really nice. And what I like is that you can either make this in a big dish like this, or you can divide it up into smaller little bowls if you want to share. You
Yeah.
don't have to.
And how would you? Oh, are those pistachios?
They are.
Gorgeous.
We love
Okay.
pistachios. I'm just going to roughly chop them. Not even too much because we want that nice crunch because remember this is quite soft and
Yes,
smooth.
you want the different textures in your mouth as you go.
Exactly.
Okay.
So just chop them roughly.
Oh, I love.
Put them over the top.
That already looks incredible. 5 stars. Wow.
And of course, I just want to end off with some saffron. It's
Oh,
like the theme of the day.
beautiful.
And look at that.
Look at that. If you
Stunning.
too would love this, expressoshow.com is where you get the recipe. If not, of course, you know, you got to support our girl. The Hungry Table is where it is at. I feel like I should taste this.
I think you
I've
should.
never had this before, so
think you
let's see
should.
what
Let's go.
exactly it's about. Hopefully not a cardamom.
No,
in
that's
here.
definitely not.
Mmm. That's not too sweet.
No.
but the perfect combination of flavors. Girl, well done.
Thanks, man.
In fact, from one queen to another,
Oh, yay!
I've got to crown you with this one.
I was admiring it the whole time. I was
I
like,
could
can I
tell.
get it?
You wanted it, didn't you?
I did.
Well
I did. Thank
done.
you.
And congrats on
Oh,
your book. I'm so
thanks,
proud of
man.
you.
Aw.
Mind if I finish this?
I do not mind. Go ahead.
Thank you. Cheers.